very tip top of that mountain where this equipment is. We'd come up like at, we'd come up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
There's one of Dad's buddies.
And then we'd stay up there all day. And then we'd go back down at 2 o'clock that night. Okay?
This is scary.
Okay? You can see how
Many
fast
trucks
we
went off this thing, too.
Army over Korea. Korea. You ever heard of that? You know what it is?
Phew. I think the driver must be in a hurry.
It's on the other side of the world, right?
Right. Other side of the world. I bet it'll take a long time. Takes a long time to get around that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a long ways down here. Oh.
Pretty steep. Dad must be taking pictures. And people working there trying to make a deck.
This is where we were building a patio down in the down where I work. I used to live in those trucks, Jason. Hey, see that? See that? Did you? If you look over to the right there, you can see those big trucks. Now, I lived in the back of that thing for about 6 months. Now we were mixing concrete in that big thing. Now you can see my sergeant here somewhere. Now there's my two roommates right back there. This is one of them right here, Rick Richter. Okay, this guy was about as crazy as you could get right there. Okay. Now he's in somewhere in Ohio right now. Well, I would. Now see, look at that guy. See how he's got his earmuff pulled down over his ears. He used to wear his hat like it all the time. Well, he was a crazy dude.
That old guy.
Now that's McKinney down underneath there.
This is a long time ago.
You see that guy with the red hat on. Now there's some Koreans. Now that's that truck I lived in, son. See that guy right there?
You lived in a truck?
Yeah, in the back of that truck. Now that's the guy. I remember his name. His name was McKinney. We were pounding out that concrete down there. Now watch this guy. He's opening up a beer and it's flat. It's going all over everybody. That's about all we did over there was drink beer because there wasn't much else to do.
How long did you stay?
Now, that was a fence. They had a fence that went all around that compound.
Hey, Dad, you have anybody attack you? Did anybody attack you once?
Attack me? No, there ain't nobody attacked me.
No, attacked all of us. I did. What
No.
about that running?
Okay, now there's the water tower. Now that's me right there, guys. Right here, see? That's me. Wasn't that a handsome young man? With that big cigarette, see that cigarette hanging out of my mouth? I used to smoke. Well, I used to think that was cool.
You look like what's his name?
Who?
Chris.
Look like Chris?
I don't like his hair. So who's Willie?
Now there was my sergeant out in the middle. That was me right there, shoveling.
That's you?
Now that was my sergeant. That's me again right there. Do I look different?
Yeah, way.
Yeah? Would you recognize? Now look at that. Now that's the guy I live with. He's got that stuff all over him.
Where's that crazy guy? He's fixing that way.
This thing's just happening all. And now watch this bulldozer. He's right out there on the edge of that mountain.
Dang. How come is this all this stuff here? All this stuff holding that. Are you driving it?
No, that's not me. That's just some guy that's in the army that's driving that. No, we just brought it in for the day.
Daddy, is this going to show anything about sunlight? Not yet. Can you get some meat?
Oh. There wasn't a big blast. They were blasting like the top of that mountain there.
Here it is. Giant, Stone Man, Copper Mountain.
Well, read it into it, though. Oh, yeah, dynamiting. That's the number 2. I don't know.
This must be dynamite. Right here.
Yeah, I imagine it is. This is where I was holding the camera for a long time, and it just didn't seem like it ever done anything. Okay?
This don't have a sound to it, does it?
That guy right there, the one on the left, is named Mikey Gummy. He was from Hawaii.
Dang.
So wait a second. What's that for?
Microphone.
Now there's that outhouse again. Now look, you see that rain.
Dang.
It's only rains in one spot. That's how it rains in Grand Canyon.
Here's the swimming hole, boy. You see right here swimming.
Which one's you?
That guy right there was a pool shark. I used to play pool with him all the time.
That's a big swimming hole.
Yeah, we used to
Has
have
any
fish
of
down
you
here.
got cut before?
Cut?
Yeah.
No.
Well, hurt?
Huh?
Did any of you got hurt before?
Hurt? Well, it was one time these kids, or these guys were on the way up to the top of the mountain and they ran up the side of the road and one of them got killed. One guy.
The other one just died.
I used to play pool with this guy all the time. This guy right here in the front.
Yeah. Are you taking the pictures?
I think so, yeah. And that water would come down there real fast. And boy, it would be just cold as it could be. Well, that was me right there. I was
That was Dad.
Is that your water slide?
that was the sauna. Well, some of them, one boy got killed. Well, they were going up and ran up the side of the mountain.
They're in a truck.
Now, this was in Seoul, Korea.
Seoul, Korea.
We got a new map. I could find Korea.
Yeah. Yeah.
One guy died. Now, you see those people walking alongside?
Yeah.
Now, this was taken down in
Whoa. Rough parts of town, yeah. Like Bronx, New York.
that was taken in Seoul. Yeah. Well, I don't know whether we'll be able to see it here or not, but there's the most buses that I've ever seen in one spot in my life. Most of the people over there, you know, well, they were so many people. See how many people there are over there? That's a pretty big city. And they would, a lot of people would ride buses. You see how the buildings are made over there? See how the tops of them are shaped?
Like Japan.
Yeah, they were Oriental. Most of the Oriental people have their houses like that. You know, a lot of them rode bikes and horses and that sort of stuff. Well, not really too many horses, but
Are you trying to put something in this?
see all the buses?
Yeah.
They're real busy.
Is this the only place you've been, you know, out there?
Out where?
Out near Korea?
Well, I went to Japan.
Japan? You have it?
I don't think I have any pictures of Japan. Now this was taken out in the country again.
What's that big mountain
I'm not sure what the name of
That's
that
like,
mountain is, but, you know, those people, they live all over the side of that hill. Now, those people up there were lining up to get water. I can remember that. Now, there's Mama and Papa Son. I don't know whether you can see that very well or not, but you can see it on that other one there. It's kind of hard to see on this one. There was an old man and an old woman. See them there?
Carved?
Huh?
Were they carved at the top of the mountain? Or
No, I think they were statues made of stone. Yeah, that was a couple guys. We went down to the zoo in Seoul. That was a few guys from where I was stationed at up in the mountains. This was in the Seoul, Korea Zoo.
I missed the first part.
See that big tiger? There's some polar bears. You see people over there, they go to the zoo and they do the same kind of stuff that we do. This is coming back from down there. See, that's a river bottom there, all those rocks there. No, this is in a 3/4 ton truck.
What does it mean, Rick Weaver?
When we get to it, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Now, those are rice farms there. Yeah, on the way back up to the place where I was stationed at. And just fields and fields of rice in there.
Daddy, is all this just in Korea?
Uh-huh.
All this right here is in Korea?
Yeah.
We still have a whole bunch more to go.
Now this was a place called Turkey Ridge. You know, a whole bunch of kids around there. This was at the headquarters. I didn't stay too much. I visited over here once in a while, but this was at headquarters. There's a bunch of fine young ladies around this area.
You were trying to close them in.
Huh?
You were trying to take them in.
Yeah, I was getting a picture of all of them I could.
Look up with me.
Yeah, well, they got, the longer you stayed over there, the better looking they got. That's just some people on the streets, a bunch of Koreans. Well, they look different than we did. But they're human beings, just like we are.
Sort of like Chinese, Japan.
Kind of like Chinese. Well, I really wish this would have turned out better, but it ain't as good as the original stuff. Now, there's where all the buses are I was thinking about.
This is so old, you know.
Well, it looks pretty good over there, but coming off on this video, it doesn't really look that good. That was a big bus station there. Where all the people caught the buses. This is in Seoul, Korea again.
Forward.
Were you talking?
Well, that camera, when I use that camera to take the pictures, or my the movie camera to take the pictures, it didn't have sound on it. That's why I wanted to put it on here, and then tell a little bit about it, so you might, when you watch it again, you might know a little bit more about it. Now there's some more rice farms on the way back to our place.
Are you putting sound, pulling up through that?
That's right. You better not say anything you want me to hear because it's going over tape. That's kind of pretty over there, ain't it, boys?
Yeah.
I know I had cars back in there.
Yeah, they had cars.
What year is this?
This was in about 1967. Now this was Kapyong, the name of this city. This is a city that was the nearest place that had a hard road. After we left this city, we went on to a rock road.
first snow.
Huh?
Next is the first snow.
Harvest and kapyong, right? That's what this is. And I guess the next one is the first snow.
You got rising.
Now that's Pork Chop Hill right there. If you ever talk to anybody that's in the Korean War, see that cross up there on top of that? Like Uncle Jay? Now he was in the Korean War, and he'd know what Pork Chop Hill was, but that's what that was up top there. Now those are red peppers that those people pick, and we're going to take them to the market. That's what that is right there. There was no papa son or a mama son, one of those. They were harvesting the rice out there in the fields. Now this was the big river that in the springtime when it had so much water, you'd have to go through there like just drive right through the water. There's two young ladies. Now here's two papa sons. See how they dressed in white? They call them papa sons, but those are just old men. Now, that guy's name was Jonesy. He's from someplace in South Carolina, I think. Now we stopped along here to take a pit stop. On the way back to hwaaksan was the name of that. Now those are tanks on maneuvers down there, the Korean Army. See them all down there? Have you? Oh, this is the big snow. We had that Jeep stuck in the snow there.
Who's in there trying to get it out?
I don't know who's in there. And I know we had it stuck. We used to get a whole bunch of snow over there. Now this is coming down. This is when it was really dangerous. It was in the wintertime. Coming down that mountain. I can remember being in the back of one of those 3/4-ton trucks, starting up one of those. Oh, look at this. Starting up that hill, and all four wheels had chains on them. It had four-wheel drive, and it was spinning. All four wheels was spinning, and just came sliding back down. Everybody just jumped out and watched that truck go back down the hill. It went down into a curve.
Whose dog is that?
That was our dog up the top of the hill. Anyway, it went down into a curve, and but it didn't go off. It just stopped, but everybody else was out. That's the Korean soldiers there. Yep, everybody got out. No, it just went down the hill. We thought it was going to go over, but it just stopped. Now that's our radio communications there, our phone line. And that was a rock tent there. Those rock soldiers would surround our place on the top of the hill there and make sure nobody came up there. And that's just a picture across the mountains there. And there's some rock soldiers. Yeah, they're real. That's the Korean soldiers. That's what they call them, is rock. I really don't know what it stands for. Well, they were stationed there too. You know, we were in the Army, and the Koreans, they were in the Army. We were just all stationed there at the same place. There's another one of the dogs that lives up the top of the hill. Huh? Now watch here. These guys are going to do something naughty. That's Jonesy and McKinney. Yeah, they shot us a bird. So that was me there. I was a specialist 5th class. That's what that little thing on my arm was there.
You still have it?
Yeah, I imagine I do. Now that was a rock soldier there. He's a mean looking dude, ain't he?
Why did it fire?
I was glad that they were on our side. Now this is another trip down the road. Rick Richter. That's probably coming up pretty soon here, but that's when he left. Yeah, yeah. Yep, I finally came home too. Now, this is riding down in a deuce or a 3/4 ton truck.
Dad, did you keep your spraying go home soon?
Yeah.
Same time you did?
No, I can't remember.
Who's that?
That was Jonesy working on the telephone wire down to the bottom of the hill. We lost our communications with. No, Jonesy lives in South Carolina or North Carolina. One, I ain't real sure. Now that's when we cut down a Christmas tree. It was against the law in Korea to cut down a tree, so I don't know how we got away with this. You weren't supposed to cut down a tree at all. Well, I don't really think they'd think too highly of it. Well, they burn coal.
Yeah, I know just that.
Yeah. Well, that one. Now look how big this tree is. This guy's cutting down. He's going to cut it down and get the top out of it. That's Jonesy down there.
This side is he got quiet.
Yeah, we used to hang around a lot together. Timber. What?
Feel it?
No, it didn't fall in the water.
Can you?
Now they're cutting the top out of it and bringing it back up. This was about halfway up the mountain from the bottom. Over there we used to have these guys called house boys, and they were just kind of like your mother. They would pick up all your clothes. Now watch this now, they're sliding. This is going to trip up the hill during the ice.
Is this when y'all just got out?
See them going up there, and watch that thing spinning. Okay, watch it slide. See it sliding all over the place?
That's not when y'all got out of it.
Well, that's the same spot though. It's not too much ice on it right there, but that's the same spot where everybody bailed out. This is almost to the top, but it's really dangerous. And those were four-wheel drive trucks, and they had chains on each wheel.
Ooh, I know what to change it for, too.
Yeah.
Better traction.
Yeah. And we think this hill out here is bad kind of in wintertime. That one there, man, was some kind of hill. See that thing?
That's not a hill, that's a mountain.
That's a mountain, that's right.
Is it about...
No, it was just a rock road.
Those mountains about 12,000 feet?
Now here's Rick Richter when he was leaving. He was a happy dude, boy. He was glad to be able to go home.
You get to go home anytime you want?
No, we had to stay over there for 18 months.
And he stayed over there 13?
Yeah, we all stayed over there for 18 months. Yeah, he got in before I did, so he was able to leave. Now, that was just
Was you glad you
down
left?
at the airport. Yeah, I was glad to go home.
Why didn't he put you over anyway?
Why did we go over there for?
Yeah.
We're in the Army.
They just put you somewhere?
Yeah, I went to, there's Rick, got his ticket. I went to Turkey for a year, and Korea for a year and a half.
You went to
Well, he was happy
Africa?
dude there. See that Indian head patch on there?
You got one of those.
Yeah, I got one of those. That's the, I can't remember if that's the 5th Infantry or something like that. Seemed like that's what that is.
I think I have some Korean money.
Yeah?
I might have, I don't know. I got turkey, I know.
Yeah. Now this
There's
is,
ice skating.
this was the Koreans were skating on this ice pond out next to our headquarters. Whole bunch of them.
It must have been real cold.
And somebody started throwing snowballs, and I thought some Koreans was going to get us before we got out of there.
Uh-huh.
What's this? Okay. You see that guy standing up there?
Korean, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He likes it. Please don't get hit.
I can't remember who these guys were. That one guy there I used to play pool with all the time. Uh-oh. Now here comes the big guy.
What big guy?
Well, that man up there said, "You better watch out, boys. I'm going to come down there after you."
They
Oh, now
saw,
watch this little kid, boy. I mean, he was coming up there. He was fixing to get me with a snowball. Yeah, I was taking his picture. He'd come right up there after me. Do you think that'd be neat to go out snow or skiing like that, or skating?
yeah. On our pond, when it gets real cold, we'll go out in half of it. You know, we don't go on the road. Yeah, they told them to get off.
Yeah. Okay, this is live. This is in Kapyong.
This is in Kapyong.
This is in Kapyong.
This is in Kapyong.
Heading back up. Looks like heading back up to hwaaksan.
We are heading back up to hwaaksan.
Yeah, where they're walking that on their head there.
See the way they're walking ahead?
That's
This is rice paddies.
Small one, isn't it?
This is on the way back up to
This is on the way back to hwaaksan.
See 'em walking there?
See him walking there?
Those are the way the Oriental ladies carry
Goes the way the Oriental lady carried the stuff.
Hey, see that riverbed over there?
See that riverbed over there?
That was where the water used to come down through there in monsoon season.
That was where the water used to come down from the monsoons. That's how deep that water is.
Had you rained?
That's not too bad there.
It's not too bad there.
Are these
This was the little village.
This was a little village in hwaaksan.
This is where we were
This is where we were
stationed.
stationed at.
Now that was the barracks that I was.
Now that was where the barracks, where I stayed at.
This was the area where we were stationed there.
This is where we were stationed at.
This was on the way back back to the little village of Hwaaksan. There's a pool
It's on the
hall
way
on that
back to
bridge
the
going
village
across
of
there.
hwaaksan.
Go over and play billiards with the
Let's go over there and play billiards over there.
a little bridge went
There's
right
a little
across.
bridge that went right
There's
across
ladies
there.
washing their clothes now.
Ladies that washing their clothes right down there.
That's how they wash their
That's how
clothes.
they wash their clothes.
Now this I'm not sure
Now
where
this one I'm
it's
not
at.
sure where it's at.
That looks like a hotel.
It looks like a hotel somewhere.
There's a bunch of little kids
There's
on
a
the way
bunch
to
of
school.
kids.
Another lady washing her clothes.
There's another lady washing their clothes.
See how they just rinse it
Then
out
they
in that
just wash it
spring
in
water?
spring water.
Let me talk to some. Don't say whatever you say.
You heard what I said last time, didn't you? The water's getting higher in monsoon season.
The water's getting higher, and this is monsoon season.
This is the little village of Hwaaksan where I was stationed at.
This is a little village at Hwaaksan where I was stationed at.
This is the fords. They call those fords because they go through the water like that.
This is the fords. They call them fords 'cause when they go through the water like that.
Part of that bridge washed away down there.
See part of the bridge washed away?
The water, see how you drive across there and the water goes over there?
See how you drive across that road? And the water's rushing right through it.
Here comes the Jeep.
Here comes a Jeep.
See those pipes going up on the side? That's called a deep water ford and shit.
You see those?
Here. All right, now this guy here, he's heading across, and the reason those Jeeps can go through there is because the intake, that's the air intake comes up there, and on the back also there is a exhaust. Okay, the air goes out the exhaust. Okay.
No. You can say those words.
Well, just a minute. You guys can do the transcribing when you guys get on here because you know what's going on with that.
We're never on here.
Oh yeah, you will be. 'Cause, now here's another ford we're going across.
Oh, it's not going across this.
And that water's getting pretty deep now, boys.
Did y'all swim in
You see how the grass is? See the tops of their houses over there? It's made out of thatched grass.
Does the water move the houses away?
Well, it gets up pretty high that way. Now this is heading on down the river. And you see how the most of the houses over there had that straw roofs on them. Ever heard the story about the three little pigs? And
Yes, that's old.
There was no Papa Son. This was part of the monsoon season. Now this guy, he had a cow trying to get it out of, and it was so bumpy going down through there, I had a hard time getting a picture of him. Now there's a lady washing her clothes. That's the latest Maytag over there.
Is that water clean?
Oh yeah, that's clean. Now see how they plow their fields, boys? They have those old cows that they run down through there. Oh look, there's a here we go live.
Don't make noise.
Back a noise.
Where? What's in the comments?
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Whew.
Okay, this was downtown in, looks like, Turkey Ridge.
Did I say it?
Yeah.
Who did I say it?
Okay, this is Turkey Ridge.
This is Turkey Ridge.
That's somebody selling balloons and stuff. Looks like he's signing a carnival around here.
Did he say that?
Yeah, I want you to say it.
You say that. I don't know.
Okay, and then this is another place down in, I'm not sure what the name of the town was, but it's where our headquarters was, over in the middle part of Korea. Riding in the back of a truck. We were heading back to our...
Right in the back of the truck.
Now look, there's some people over there, just Koreans, and talking. Are you going to talk, or are you going to stand there and hold it in your hand? All right.
Okay. No, do that.
Now this was back at hwaaksan here.
This is back at Wausau's here.
This is a party. That's what this was.
This is the party. That's what this was.
That's right. We were having a big party out there.
That's how it was. Have a big party out there.
We were having a barbecue.
Think we'll have a barbecue.
Don't ask me who those ladies are, because I can't remember that part. Now that was our mechanic, our motor pool mechanic.
You say that.
That was the motor pool mechanic right there. I can't remember what his name was either, but he was
Do you
the
want
good
me to say
mechanic.
that?
I already got it on there. You don't need to say it now. That was Jonesy.
Let me say it down. That's right.
There he is again. And see those Quonset huts there? There's a lot of them staying here. There was a Mormon there. I can't.
There's a Mormon there.
This guy must have been getting her silver slipper.
This guy must have been getting a silver slipper.
Okay, it's going.
What do you want me to say? Tell me what to say.
Well, this is more Korea. This is snow on top of the mountain there. This is going up on top of the mountain where all the snow. See all the snow out there? There's a lot of it.
You say it.
I'm saying it. And here's some more snow. A lot of snow. This is up on the very top of the mountain.
This is up in the very top of the mountain.
That's the guard at the gate.
Yes, that's a guard in the gate. It's career guard.
Now we're heading right on up there. This is the last little leg of the journey.
Now we're heading on up there till the journey, until we get to the top.
Up to about 200 degrees below zero with a wind chill factor.
Get up there.
It would get up to like 200 below wind chill factor. It was so cold up there. We had to get up on those antennas. See that big antenna out there? With all the snow on it? We had that pointed right at the North Korean.
We had that pointer right north. You see that road bar? Bar?
Oh,
It was cold up there. See a change on the tires.
that was our linguist, okay?
There comes some guy. That was the leanest. He could understand what the North Koreans could. That's just a picture with the mountains there, the snow. Now these guys were down the hill, heading down the hill. They probably had a long john. This is some more snow.
how deep that snow is?
See how deep that snow is?
They're moving out of the way. Keep it over there. Can't get it there. Sorry.
That snow's deeper than that snow.
Look right here. See how deep it is? There was a lot of snow fell over there.
There's lots of snow. It fell over there in Cree. Yes, sir.
You didn't want to run off the edge of that road because it was straight down.
You want to run off of that?
What I do?
Okay, this is the last one in hwaaksan.
What I say?
This is the last one in hwaaksan. This is about the last trip out of hwaaksan. See those little boys and girls on their way to school there? They went to school over there in a little schoolhouse up there, and they were just like you boys around here. There's a bunch of those houses with the grass tops, the grass roofs.
There's a bunch of houses with the grass roof.
And they say just as dry in there with their houses made out of straw.
And they say, this is dry, this is garden. And God's made a star.
These guys were farming. I'm not sure what they were thinking.
Now these are guys who were doing farming. Don't know, oh, they are down in the rocks at the river.
Aw.
See all those houses over there? Well, talk about what you see in there. And now,
See all those houses over there?
it's like a little irrigation thing. Now, there's all the mamas and papa signs out
No,
there.
there's all the papa moms and pop sons training up.
This is the marketplace.
This is Martian place.
Market.
Marketplace.
This is stuff to sell.
And they took their stuff to sell it.
There's a post office box.
There's a post office box. Man!
They were having an auction right here, and they were selling those cows.
No, we're having an auction. We're having an auction right there. We'll sell the cows. Sell those cows.
This is the dirt road on the way back down.
No, this is a dirt way all the way back downtown. There's some more army soldiers out there.
Oh, now this is it. Uncle Idell's,
Oh, this is the NIDLs on Jay's.